At 333 Dental Care, we're all smiles for our hometown teams. We're proud to cheer on the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers this season. Go Tigers! Bring home the win!
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game, and always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Hey all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
If you need some welding done or a metal building built, then call Rocky Caskey. Rocky has built metal buildings in southwest Oklahoma for more than 15 years. Carports, patio covers, building large or small, Rocky Caskey does them all. Don't settle for less. Get the best building for your money. Call Rocky Caskey at 580-471-8282. That's 471-8282. Rocky supports high school sports.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Hello, Lone Wolf and Hobart.
Granite Drug Company is now delivering to Hobart, Lone Wolf, Granite, and Mangum. Granite Drug Company is a complete pharmacy ready to fill and deliver your prescriptions. And it's easy to get switched. Just call 580-535-2130 or visit our store at 316 North Main in Granite. Granite Drug Company has an ice cream fountain open all day and lunches from 11 to 2. Health and beauty products and selection of gifts. Granite Drug Company is here for you.
Hi Mangum Tiger fans, this is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
All the employees at Great Plains Bank Mangum are excited for the school year. We look forward to seeing everyone come out and get that Tiger spirit and support the young men and women of Mangum as they try and bring home the gold ball. You will see us at the game and hear us on the radio and internet. Come see Great Plains Bank Mangum for your banking needs on the corner in downtown Mangum. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In Bloom Flowers and Gifts is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger Games. The new In Bloom Flowers and Gifts offers a big selection of Tiger Pride items. Make some noise, Tiger fans, and show your pride with spirit items. In Bloom Flowers and Gifts, right in the corner with the right Tiger pride.
Greer Funeral Home proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're wishing our team strength, teamwork, and success all season long. Serving Greer County since 1923. Phone 480-2111.
Ashley Slayton and Catherine Webb, certified family nurse practitioners, and the rest of the friendly faces at the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. At the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum, call 782-3393 for appointments.
The law offices of Corey Kendall proudly support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're behind you all the way. Go Tigers! Corey Kendall, Attorney at Law, 122 North Oklahoma Avenue in Mangum.
It's time for Mangum football on Classic Hits 97.7 and Mangum Tiger TV. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tiger Cub Learning Center, Cattleman's Bank, JCMH Mangum Clinic, Granite Drug, 333 Dental, Kendall Law, Greer Funeral Home, Mangum Regional Medical Center, Jill Grauman Remax, Blair Tire and Feed, Sovereign Bank, Great Plains Bank, Greer County Farm Bureau, The Loop, Triad Home Health, In Bloom Flowers and Gifts, Mangum Brick Company, Mangum Tag Agency. Get ready for kickoff. Mangum Tiger football is on the air. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Michael Barnes.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Classic Hits 97.7. Our traveling microphones literally taking us from Dale, Oklahoma to Apache, Oklahoma, as we get set for this kickoff tonight between the Mangum Tigers and the Apache Warriors. It is a district bowl game. Joining me in the broadcast booth, the lovely, the talented Cameron Dole Experience. And yes, we're well aware, ladies and gentlemen, this sun is shining directly on us, and you've got a glare that you're looking at right now. But, well, Elton John once sang, "Don't let the sun go down on me," but it will here in about 25 minutes or so. And everything will be A-OK. If it makes you feel any better, Cameron and I are sweating bullets up here, as you can imagine, inside this broadcast booth.
It's a bit of an oven in here, just a bit of an oven.
Cooking indeed. And the Mangum Tigers are cooking on the football field. They come in with a record of 3-0 as they begin district play tonight with victories against Wilson, 54-18 in week number 1, Hobart 65-16 in week number 2, and Watonga 55-0 last week. Conventional wisdom would say that we'll see something similar tonight against Apache, as the Warriors are 0-4 on the year. They have a common opponent. They opened the season with a 29-3 loss to Wilson. Rush Springs has also beaten them 43-12. Menko 47-7, and Merritt 26-13. More a little bit later on about why they have played 4 games when we have a chance to visit with Sam Powers. We will ask him about that during our pregame show, which, by the way, is brought to us by Great Plains Bank at 101 South Oklahoma Avenue in Mangum, and we certainly do appreciate them. So it was a tough afternoon for the Mangum Lady Tiger softball team, but Jenny Stidham's team, nothing to hang their heads on. They finished the year at 25-8. Winning earlier today against Fairview 8-1, and then losing to Dale 7-1. But you know what? Dale is number 1 in the state in Class 2A. Their 3 losses, they're 31-3, by the way, on the year. Their 3 losses have come to 6A Stillwater, 4A Tuttle, and 3A Silo. So
is that all?
Yeah,
is that all?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
come on.
Exactly. So, again, congratulations to Jenny Stidham and company. And again, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. It does stink. It is horrible the way things turned out with those point differentials and the district bowl games and all of that. But it is what it is. You have to accept it and you have to move on. And I know in talking to Coach Stidham, one thing that she was, I don't want to say happy about, but she was glad that her kids got to experience adversity, because she has got a bunch of sophomores. I mean, you look at the amount of sophomores on that roster, it's unbelievable. So certainly a growing experience for them and an opportunity for them to have a little fuel in their belly as they look to basketball, obviously, slow pitch in the spring, and then next fall for the 2026 campaign. Shane Lee, we're going to take a timeout, my friend, and when we come back, we'll have Sam Powers joining us on the pregame show. Our countdown to kickoff continues after this timeout. It's being brought to you by our good friends at Great Plains Bank, and we're back to where are we? Apache, yeah. Golly, I've been traveling all week long. We're back to Apache after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Mangum Regional Medical Center proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to a healthy, winning season and a community that stands together. If you need us, find us at mangumregional.net.
Are you ready to take the next step towards your degree? Reach Higher is Oklahoma's degree completion program designed just for you. At Western Oklahoma State College, we make it easy to finish your associate's degree with flexible options that fit your busy life. Choose from online classes to face-to-face learning or a mix of both. Don't wait. Enrollment is open now. Visit wosc.edu or call us at 580-477-2000 and start reaching higher today.
Come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says, go Tigers.
School football season, that means it's the opening of district play. Time to spend a little bit of time with Sam Powers, the head football coach of the Tigers, as our countdown to kickoff continues here at Apache. And normally we come here and the drums are beating. The Native American drummers are here. I don't know that they're going to show up. Kevin Brown, who is the AD and the principal, and his son is the starting quarterback for Apache, the guy that we know because he used to be at Duke, was telling me he's not sure if they're going to show up. So instead we've got the old-time rock and roll in the background, and something tells me I can see Sam sliding across in his, well, never mind. So 28-0 at the end of the first quarter last week, over really before it started.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you and I had that conversation right before the game that we talked about maturity and being able to come out and do what we're supposed to do early. We also had the conversation it wasn't going to be good enough for us to just beat them. It had to be soundly, and they took that to heart and they took it personally, and they came out and they played hard, and from the word go showed who they were. So
I know you had to like the pick sixes as well, because we talked to the pregame show about the back end and how they were getting tested last week.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I look over at the defensive guys, Combest and Pride, and I was like, hey, listen, I told you I had some stuff offensively I needed to work on. Can y'all let me score some touchdowns? But that's always a cool conversation to have. So I was proud of our secondary, 4 interceptions on the day, and I can see more in their future.
So a game like that, I mean, you know, the clock runs after halftime. Obviously, the first half you get some work in. The second half, you just kind of hold your breath and hope nobody gets hurt?
Yeah, I mean, I always give my first guys one drive after half in a situation like that, just because, number one, we have to be ready for when that just does come. And then we go to some guys that are looking like we need to see some things out of those guys, you know, or those kind of things. And I think they showed up and have done a good job the last 2 weeks, because they've got to get in the last 2 weeks in those scenarios and give us a look. But priority in those situations is to stay healthy.
A couple of kids that came off the bench for you, you talked about the last 2 weeks, 4 and 27. They ran the football really well.
I told you we have a three-headed monster back there. I mean, Curtis, Cray, and Mason are special. I mean, and they're all different. Cray's got a little bit. Cray's a big power runner. He's going to get behind his pads. He's going to run you over. To where Mason is going to be a scat guy. He kind of just bobs and weaves, and you can't ever get a clean hit on him. And then you have Curtis, who's kind of a mixture of both of them that gives you a little bit of that. So when you have a three-headed monster like that, and they get to stay fresh, it's fun.
You know, the one thing that I wonder about the 3 blowouts, haven't really had much of an opportunity to work on your kicking game.
Yeah, I mean, Derek Hammond worked on that all summer on his own, and he's done an incredible job. I think if you looked at us week 1 to week 3 in the way that we got better at kickoff and kickoff coverage and our extra points and those kind of things, I think we're headed in a good direction. But Derek Hammond is a leg that we're really impressed with and we're really confident in. So.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I was leaning more towards the return game. You haven't had, I mean, it just hadn't been there.
Yeah, but you got 2 dangerous guys back there in Mason Parker and Mason Mitchell. So for me, I don't expect many people to kick back deep to them, you know, unless they can kick it back past that. And But yeah, I hope that continues.
So
we work on it in practice, though.
you mentioned those guys, but what do you tell the guys up front and the second line? I mean, what's your coaching method with them?
Well, we work just individual drills where they push back to spots and they have to get to their spot. Once they get to their spot, they have to turn and let's go. And we try to create a middle wedge, to where our lane is in the middle. And then we have some tricks off of that, as I alluded to. Every time you think you have something of ours, we have something else built off of it. And so, but mostly we're going to try to push back to the middle spot or where the ball is kicked, and then we try to work inside out. And so that front line's trying to get 10 yards, second line's trying to get 10 yards, set up together, and then create a wall from the inside out.
So Apache struggled this year. You hung 70 on them last year. I forgot about that until I looked at last year's score. I mentioned Kevin Brown when I walked in. He tells us, hey, we're young. We're inexperienced. Could be a long night for us. I know you talked last week. It's a faceless opponent.
Yes, sir.
You just go get ready for district play.
Yeah, I mean, you and I talked about this last week about we're in a new season right now. Right. So we've already had one part of our season. We're in a new season now. So we have to come out and show that we're ready for this part of the season, And don't get it wrong. Apache's got some people that are special over there. The running back number 4, Dayton Scott, I mean, he's real. If he gets an edge, you're not catching him, And they got a couple of linemen, the Carroll kid, and that really do good things. They're just young everywhere else. And I think their coach, Queston Autry, he's new. I think he's going to get that thing going in a really good direction, and I'm impressed to see what they'll do in the future. So.
The turnover, the coaching staff, kind of a little bit of a surprise there, I think.
Yeah, I know the guy who was here last year, and he wanted to go back home, where his wife is from. And so they went back home and where his wife was from, and then Queston got the opportunity here. And Queston's been the offensive coordinator at Washington the past few years, which is a good pedigree. Yeah. And he had the opportunity to bring his dad on staff. And so pretty cool little story over there. But, yeah, it was surprising for me as well, but then when you hear the reasonings behind it, you understand a little bit.
So you mentioned wives. Did any of the pregame conversation from last week get back to Tara? Did she have a comment about it?
Yeah, absolutely. She loved it. She just grinned ear to ear. I don't know that I've ever told her that analogy, even though that's how I think. But then after she heard it, she was like, "Hey, it makes sense." But
and let's go shop.
It put it in a spot for her that it was like, "Oh, I can relate to this," and then let's go shop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just opened the door for that. Yeah. So. Game tonight, and I know you don't look ahead, but I wonder about the situation. Have we made a decision on Cordell? What's going to happen there?
Yeah, so I asked Cordell. Cordell dropped to 8-man. I asked Cordell to keep us on the schedule and play us my JV. I would just play my JV, just my freshmen and sophomores, nobody else. If they could. Well, they ended up taking over Bray Doyle's schedule, 8-man schedule, and so we lost that game. So we're going to take a bye week. That gives us an extra week to prepare for Texoma. Lets our guys have a week off, not off, but another extra week to prepare for somebody else. And we can take it easy on our bodies, get healthy at that time, those kind of things. So we're going to eat it. Yeah.
I was going to say, it comes at a pretty good time, though. Yeah. That's right before fall break. Thomas. And you got those 2 big games coming up.
Yeah, right before Texoma Thomas. And that's kind of why we didn't want to go force a team in there. We would have had to have picked up the big schools JV.
Right.
And it's just not worth it there to maybe get a kid hurt in a game like that wouldn't necessarily help or hurt us any. And so we just are going to take it to get healthy, have a chance to go scout the Thomas-Texoma game that week, and just make sure that we're prepared for the next week.
So the devil's advocate in me is thinking, okay, so you lose that game. Everybody in the district loses that game, so there will be no advantage one way or the other, because I'm thinking about the softball team and what they had to go through today.
Right. There will not be – nobody can get any district points for the Cordell game. I mean, it's done and over. Everybody will get -2 when we play them, and that's just because of the forfeit, and then it goes that way. I think actually Apache is the only school that replaced them, and they replaced them in their non-district.
Okay.
And so they've already played that game. That's why they've played 4, and we've only played 3. They went week 0, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
So anyways, it won't benefit anybody the less. So.
Okay. All right, trip over was good today. No issues there.
No issues. And I want to give a shout out to our girls. My heart hurts because I know their butt should be playing in, possibly being in a state tournament off of something that they couldn't control. They went and did their business, and it's in the governing body that is over them that makes that decision, and that sucks for our girls because they worked their tails off and they deserved it.
I will say this, Jenny and I talked. She is glad that they've had the experiences they've had because they're young kids, with the exception of the Smith kids. Right. This really will add to their want to as basketball rolls around and then softball again.
Amen. Yeah. I mean, if they use it as that, absolutely. And that group of sophomore girls and even some of the juniors are so competitive, and they really want to be good. So it really impresses me. I mean, they were in the weight room with us all summer. Coach Stidham, Coach Ruiz, and the girls, and it was fun to be around them and get to see the way they work, kind of like the way we work, and it just helped us create a awesome chemistry. Those girls deserve the world, and I think they'll attack it, and they'll see that experience that they got this week and use it for their future, and it's going to be awesome.
Indeed. So, speaking of awesome, countdown to kickoff rolls on. We'll let Sam get to the football team. We've got Apache and Mangum coming up. Stick and stay. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, go Tigers. We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Cub Learning Center says,
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Cameron, Michael, and you back at Chandler Field here in Apache, Oklahoma, as we get set for the Warriors and the Tigers. Elsewhere in A2 District 1 play tonight, Southwest Covenant 3-0 is on the road at Texoma Goodwill. They're 1-2. Number 2 in the state, Thomas at 3-0, entertains Carnegie. The Wildcats 1-2. Moreland played at Woodward's JV last night, and that's because Cordell no longer on the schedule. Speaking of Cordell, they're in action tonight at Tipton, taking on the Tigers in an 8-man game. That contest along our network on 106.9 The Zone. Deli do right. Don't worry, no, I'll save you. We'll have the broadcast there. In A1-2 play tonight, Holbert 2-1 is at Wynnewood. They're 3-0. And that ball game on 1420 KTJS and also on the FM side at 102.1. Fox Squared has that ball game for you. And that would be none other than Chad and Shelley. Shelley, the heat was getting to her this afternoon. I look a little peaked. I hope she's feeling better. Class B play, Burns-Flindale City is idle. Snyder tonight on the road at Cyril. Last night, Laverne played Hollis, and Laverne beat Hollis 22-16. Yeah, Laverne, good football team. They have been for a while. And Hollis, kind of a trap game for them. 22-16. Laverne wins that one. Class C play, Mountain View Goodebo moved to 3-0. Congratulations to our good buddy Jeff Coakley. They beat Granfield 46-0 was the final score there. 46-0. Granfield losing to Mountain View Goodebo. In 6A2 play tonight, Stillwater, 2-1 on the year, is at Eisenhower to take on the Eagles, who have yet to win a game this season. 5A2 play, it'll be Altus at Hightower Memorial Stadium, entertaining El Reno. The Bulldogs 3-0. El Reno coming in at 1-2 as they begin district play. In 5A2 play last night, Noble went to Cameron University and beat Lawton 20-8. 5A1 play tonight, it'll be MacArthur is idle. They do not have a game tonight. MacArthur is idle. In 4A1, some dandy matchups, including the I-40 tilt, as Weatherford 3-0 will be at Clinton 0-3. But again, those two teams, you throw the records out the window.
Exactly.
15 miles separating those two. Cash tonight, entertaining Elk City, who got their first win of the year last week against John Marshall. And Woodward, the unenviable task of driving from the northwest part of the state to take on the Owls of Elgin, who are 3-0 and have one of the best running backs in the state of Oklahoma. So there you go. And our countdown to kickoff is brought to us by Great Plains Bank. The sun beginning to set off to the west, and we're happy about that. Mangum is going to receive the football to begin the ball game. They'll do so on the left end of... No?
They deferred.
They deferred, all right. So they will be on the left end of your radio dial or viewing device to begin the ball game. We're going to take a timeout, come back, and check the weather. After we do this, it's the countdown to kickoff, brought to us by Great Plains Bank on Classic Hits 97.7.
At 333 Dental Care, we're all smiles for our hometown teams. We're proud to cheer on the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers this season. Go Tigers! Bring home the win!
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game, and always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Countdown to kickoff brought to you by Great Plains Bank on Classic Hits 97.7. We check game time weather, and the forecast says tonight's low temperature will be nearly the same as last night's for Apache. It'll be 79 at kickoff, 75 at 8, 72 at 9, and 68 at 10 o'clock. And we are in a very dry pattern for the next 7 days or so. I am reading, I am hearing, I am paying attention to prognosticators who say that next weekend, a strong cold front is supposed to push down from Canada, and we may get some precipitation off that. I read something this morning about the tropical depression that is in the Caribbean now, and there's another one that they may mix, and even the meteorologists can't really understand what's going on. So it remains to be seen, but they are confident that the cold air should sag south out of Canada next weekend. We'll see if that happens or not. In the meantime, 80s and 90s all week long. Thank you. You only thought summertime was over. So Mangum will receive, and the Cameron Dole experience, kind of like me, got caught. Both teams are orange and black. Tonight, Mangum will be in the white with the black pants and the black numerals and orange trim. They've got the white helmets, and they will receive on the left end of your listening and or viewing device. And we heard about them in the pregame show with Coach Mason Parker, and Mason Mitchell will be back there. So our countdown to kickoff has been brought to us by Great Plains Bank, 101 South Oklahoma Avenue in Mangum, and we appreciate Great Plains Bank. Set to kick the football away will be Cannon Gates. Gates, 145-pound sophomore. He is 6 feet tall, and we're like you. We're gonna battle that sun. Thank you for about the next 10 minutes or so, maybe 15. As Cajun Clark is checked in, Sydney Webb is here. Evan Sharp says, hey, I'm here. I'm back again. Good evening to Tori Kerbo. Robert Crawford has joined the broadcast. And we say hi to Sid the Kid, Sydney Webb. Good evening. And Michael Scott Augustine. There had been a rumor that you might be joining us here for the broadcast. We're sorry that you're not here, but glad that you are along with us on the Facebook page. So they put 12 minutes up on the clock. We battle the sun. The kickoff is on its way. Going to be fielded on the bounce by Parker. Mason breaks a tackle, comes across the 25 out to near the 30-yard line. We'll see where they mark him down, and they will mark him down at the 31. So one of the great things going on right now, Cameron, is the yard markers are painted in orange, and with the sun shining brightly on us, we have no idea what they say. So they will mark it at the 31, 1st and 10 for Mangum. Moving from left to right on your listening and or viewing device. Split out here on the near side, that's Parker. He is in the slot. Single back look, and now they go empty with Laughlin. He'll send Mad Max in motion. Comes to the near side. Inside pitch. It will come to the tailback. Big hole here for Henley. Curtis running over people across the 45 out to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 16 on first down. It'll be 1st and 10. And BB Looking Glass. He made the mistake of looking and got his glass knocked off by Curtis Henley there.
I like what you did there.
Oh, what was that song by Looking Glass? Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you'd be. Cecilia Panetta has joined us. Hello. And she says, go Tigers. 1st and 10 at the 46. Laughlin going to keep it himself. He's got the 50 still on his feet. 45 near sideline. Another first down for the Tigers, as he will take it down to about the 43-yard line. And again, Looking Glass in on the stop, but another first down. 2 carries on the ground have taken the ball from the 30-yard line of Mangum all the way down to the 41 of Apache. Just underway. Thanks for joining us on Classic Hits 97.7. Those first downs brought to us by 333 Dental. Curtis Henley's got one more as he'll take it inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. And I'm telling you, some huge holes being blown open by the Big Uglies up front. They are flat out getting it done. Trey Williams on that right side. Him and Jackson Brooks, they have run predominantly to that side early on. Minute gone by here in the first. Mangum on the move. They have the football. Mad Max will come here on the near side, joined by Talon Frazier. Inside handoff to Max. He's got room. 20 still on his feet. Takes a hit and falls forward inside the 20 down to about the 19-yard line. Well, they'll mark him at the 21. Set his knee. Touchdown there, but it's another 333 Dental first down. Good evening to my dear friend and my love, Michael Lawson Owens. Michael, thank you for checking in. She says there's Jay Michaels. There's a story there. You'll have to ask. It'll be in my memoirs. Rocky Pierce says go Tigers from Pratt, Kansas. 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Laughlin wants to throw. Has time. Goes back here on the near side. That's a screen pass. Frazier makes the catch. He's got room down the far sideline. Weaves his way inside the 5 down to the 4 and maybe the 3-yard line before he stepped out of bounds. Remy thought he got into the end zone, but he stepped out of bounds at about the 3. Nonetheless, it'll be 1st and goal now for the Tigers as they have gone red zone here early on. Red zone brought to us by Sovereign Bank. So 1st and goal, they marked him out at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal from there. Mangum marching methodically down the field. Now they'll go Wildcat. Henley in the backfield by himself. Laughlin split out here on the near side. Curtis takes the snap. He'll go right side. Runs the option. Now tucks, heads for the end zone. Dives. Did he get there? And no, he did not. They marked him down at the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Amy Ken Carter. All right, Tigers, let's go. Dad back in Tennessee says go, number 6. 2nd and goal now from the 1-yard line for Mangum, and this will be power football here as Bo Rogers has come in at the quarterback position. He's in the backfield with Henley. Bo going to keep it himself on the high snap. He'll blow into a couple of tacklers and knock them into the end zone and score from a yard away. And just like that, Mangum goes 70 yards in 2 minutes and 21 seconds. They lead at 6-0 with the extra point on the way. So an impressive start for Mangum. Derek Hammond on to try the extra point. Mad Max is the holder. Can't wait for the sun to go down. Thank you, Elton John. Extra point kick is on its way. It is up and it is good. Gets inside the left upright. And with 9:39 left in quarter number 1, Mangum leads at 7-0. You and I are back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Back at Chandler Field, 7-0. Mangum on top, and Derek Hammond sent to kick the football away. Jerice Wilson-Henry says, let's go Tigers. Eric Rodriguez, let's go Tigers. Time to set the field ablaze. Smokey said, set it off. Hammond kicks near side, end over end, going to be fielded at about the 13 by the upback. He's got the 20, 25, look out, turns the corner and goes across the 30 out to about the 34-yard line. So good field position early on for this group from Apache. Katie Richardson said the Mad Max fan club up in Kansas is checking out the broadcast. Peggy Payne has dropped by. She says, "Go Tigers." So we're about, 15 minutes away from that sun finally setting down so we can see everything. And I'm going to tell you something, Cameron. I did not know until just now when I got a shadow, there actually are yard markers out on the field. That's how bright the sun has been. So 1st and 10, Grant Brown, the quarterback. He is a youngster, sophomore, just his, fifth start of the year. 6'4", 170. And as we mentioned, we talked to his dad, Kevin Brown, who has come to Apache. He said it's his first year here. He was in cement before. Jet sweep here on the outside, and Mad Max Richardson comes up and makes the tackle of Dayton Scott. You heard Coach talk about Scott in the pregame, said if he turns the corner, you're not going to catch him. Well, Mad Max made sure that didn't happen. A loss on the play of almost 6. It'll be 2nd down and 16. 9-10 and running in the first quarter of play. Your buddy Jonna has joined us. I just call her Jonna K.
Keo Chantenavong.
There you go. 2nd down carry, and again they'll go to the tailback, and again, boy, I tell you what, Big A is right there. Aiden Augustine swallowing up Dayton Scott. Scott nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. He got thumped at about the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 16.
Have a couple other folks saying hi. Mike Baker says, "Go Mangum Tigers." Clarence Hoppengardner. And Randy Stelting says, "Go Tigers." Hi to tough number 20 from Uncle Randy.
All right, and that's on the Tiger TV? Okay.
Yes, YouTube.
All right. So 3rd down and long, and Mangum just gave Apache 5 yards. And coaching staff, part of the coaching staff up here in the broadcast booth with us, that's our good friend Garrett Pride, and he's hollering, "Watch the ball." And he's exactly right. But 3rd down and long, and you know those interior guys want to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback. Magic. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 for Mangum. 3rd and 11. On the defensive side, 3rd and 11. Diego Tellis split out here on the near side. Remember, he's got 3 interceptions on the year. School record, Laughlin has it at 7. And Diego is on track. 3rd down and 11. Brown wants to throw. Now he'll tuck, wants to run, and he gets hit in the open field. Good job of squaring up. Bo Rogers made the tackle in the open field. They'll get it to the 38, and that'll 39 actually, and that'll set up a 4th down and about 5.5. And is Queston Autry going to go for it here? Deborah Gamble has joined us. Deborah Gamble, going to have you alongside Debbie Rogers-Anderson. Says, "Yay, Tigers."
Sure looks like it.
So Brown and company going to go for it here. 4th and about 5.5. They changed the play, and this may be just trying to draw them offside. They've already done it once in this sequence. This deep in your own territory, I don't think they're running a play. And they either call a timeout or take 5 yards for delay of game, and they'll take the timeout. 7:16 left in the first quarter of play. Set to punt the football away. Apache when you and I return on Classic Hits 97.7.
If you need some welding done or a metal building built, then call Rocky Caskey. Rocky has built metal buildings in southwest Oklahoma for more than 15 years. Carports, patio covers, building large or small, Rocky Caskey does them all. Don't settle for less. Get the best building for your money. Call Rocky Caskey at 580-471-8282. That's 471-8282. Rocky supports high school sports.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Back at Chandler Field, 7:16 left in the first quarter of play. Yeah, they're going to punt the football away, they being Apache. I did not think that they would run the risk of turning the ball over that deep in their own territory to that Mangum offense. So Brown in punt formation, back to receive for the Tigers is Mason Mitchell. Brown high snap, little rugby kick, and boy, he didn't kick it very far as he just kind of soft touched that one. And actually it rolls back to the line of scrimmage and will be dead at the 44 of Apache. So given all of that, you might as well gone for it. You picked up 5 yards maybe.
Wow.
Charles Stowe has joined us. Good afternoon, Charles. He's watching the Gold Tigers. Kalen Huckabee has joined us too. Hello, Kalen. So Mangum, here they go, second offensive possession of the night. They've got it 1st and 10 at about the 44-yard line of Apache. Handoff Henley, no, keeping it will be Laughlin. Wants to go down the far sideline, got a man. Ball is caught! You've got to be kidding me! How about the hands there of Zeke Rogers? Full suplex and somehow hung on it. Wow! That's a highlight reel play indeed. He slid down in the end zone, but they said he touched down at the 1. It'll be 1st and goal from there for Mangum. Henley gets the carry and into the end zone on the right side for the score on the red zone score from Sovereign Bank. And with 6:43 left in the first quarter of play, Mangum leads it 13-0 with the extra point on the way. I'm telling you, that pass, Laughlin, absolutely perfect. And a great job of just simply being parallel with the ground. When he made the catch, Rogers, play later, into the end zone for the score. So here's Derek for the extra point. Snap is back, hold is true, kick is on its way, and it is good. 6:43 left in the first. Mangum, 2 possessions, 2 scores, 14-0. Classic Hits, 97.7.
Hello, Lone Wolf and Hobart.
Granite Drug Company is now delivering to Hobart, Lone Wolf, Granite, and Mangum. Granite Drug Company is a complete pharmacy ready to fill and deliver your prescriptions. And it's easy to get switched. Just call 580-535-2130 or visit our store at 316 North Main in Granite. Granite Drug Company has an ice cream fountain open all day and lunches from 11 to 2. Health and beauty products and selection of gifts. Granite Drug Company is here for you.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Field, and it is a 14-0 lead. A moment ago, Tara Bernard and Reynolds said, whoop, way to go, Mad Max! I want to be at their Christmas celebration. I want to know if his presents under the tree from Santa Claus and the family, if they're going to be addressed to Mad Max. That's what I want to know.
I'm wearing mine.
Oh, what a great kid. I tell you what, his sister, as cute as a button, she joined us last week. Remember, she was the homecoming queen. So here's Hammond with the kickoff, end over end, fielded here on the near side and about the 17-yard line. On the run, Cannon Gates. Gates breaking a couple of tackles, and then he gets thumped right about the 22. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. As getting off the pile, Cooper Curbo and Cray Manny in on the stop as well. It'll be 1st and 10 for Apache. 6:37 left in quarter number 1.
Johnny ready, Rich. Have Johnny ready.
I got to tell you what I like here is that... First of all, I've got to mention this. I was going to do a moment ago while I've got a second. Scott Augustine was always Scott Augustine on Facebook until I started calling him Michael Scott Augustine. And now he has changed his official handle on Facebook is Michael Scott Augustine.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, it is. Kind of like the Mad Max thing. You know, I can't do this child welfare thing very well. I don't do the broadcasting thing very well. Maybe I should go into naming names. Is there money in that? 1st and 10 for Apache. They want to run the football. Look out. Dayton Scott trying to turn the corner. Scott going to get run out of bounds. And let's see, they mark him out at the 27. So a gain of 6 on the play for Scott. It'll be 2nd down and 4. David Henry says, let's go Tigers. And again, Coach Pride to our right in the broadcast booth as well. And he felt like there was holding out on the edge that time. And he was right because there's a penalty flag out there. I love Coach Pride. He's saying in the headset, he says, how can they not see that? They did see it, Coach. They saw it. They got it. The flag's there. So they'll push him back, way back, and instead of a second down at about 4, it becomes 1st and 20 after the holding penalty. We'll put the ball back at about the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 from there, and here's where you might see an interception if they go airborne. Grant Brown from the pistol formation, 1st and 20.
Outside zone.
Hands it off instead to the tailback and just nowhere to go. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage was Dayton Scott. Boy, I tell you what, swarming defense for Mangum. Cooper Kerbo right in the middle of that one. Got some help as well from a couple of other teammates, including the big-bodied Gabe Miranda. So it'll be second down now. No gain on the play. Second down and 20. And Apache, play clock's here at Apache at Chandler Field, and I think they're trying to shorten this game. They're running as much play clock as they can each play. 5:35 on the game clock. Brown, again, he'll throw. Pass caught over the middle. Nice move in space and out across the 25 out to about the 27, 28-yard line. We'll go to the tailback. Gannon Gates did a good job. Spun away from one of the defenders and picked up about 5 or 6 extra yards. Clayton Caskey in on the stop there for the Tigers. Got some help as well from Bo Rogers, but it'll be third down, and then they'll mark it 3rd down and 2. They said he made it to the 29-yard line. The line to make for a first down is the 31.
33 Bear.
So now they're going to go in tight. Apache going to try to almost push it and go with a counter inside handoff, and first down going to be picked up out to the 40-yard line. Hard running there by Dayton Scott. Well-designed play. Scott will pick up the first down of the evening for Apache. Comes with 4:43 left in the first quarter of play. It'll be first down and 10. Mark him at the 36-yard line. Wholesale substitutions along that defensive front. That is one thing that they're able to do at Mangum, is run a lot of bodies in there. And those big bodies do a good job of keeping people fresh. We'll get you here. 1st and 10. Pass play. You can hear it in the background. Brown rolling right side and an open field tackle. What a great job by Bo Rogers on the stop. A loss on the play for Apache at the 4:05 mark, trailing 14-0. What do you got for me?
Had a couple of folks, Luke Gamer said, let's go Tigers, and Dave McCook said, let's go from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And Jonna also had to check in over there. It's Keo Chantanabal.
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
It just rolls off your tongue. Jonna K is what I call her. I mean, you know, it has the same panache to it. Clock running 3:40 left in the first. Mangum on top, 14-0.
Watch the ball.
And a lovely sunset. Here we go. Inside handoff, and good job of pushing the pile out to about the 41-yard line. Now, check that. That's the 34. I'm sorry. Wrong yard marker there. Nonetheless, a gain of 3 on the play. They had lost 6 on the previous, so it brings up at 3rd down and 13. And again, they run as much clock as they can each snap count. Play clock is at 15. Game clock at 3:05. Mangum has touched the ball twice, and they've got scores on each possession. Brown surveys. Play called in from Queston Autry. Play clock down to 2. Now they'll snap it. Brown throws across the middle, and that ball is caught across the 40 out to about the 42, 43-yard line. Quick pass to Luke Graham, but that will be short of a first down. Again, sure open field tackling by that defensive secondary, Diego Tellis and Bo Rogers in there. Clayton Caskey as well. It'll be 4th down. And again, we saw this earlier. They had 4th at about 4.5, maybe 5, and let the clock wind down, took a timeout. Maybe doing the same thing here.
Screw swarm.
4th down and 4. They'll throw the football, and well, I tell you what, Caskey nearly picked it off. Penalty flag will fly on the play. And in the neutral zone, it was Apache. Mangum will decline that, and we'll take over 1st and 10. So Mangum will get it back. Another short field as they get it back on downs. And they'll have it at the Apache 41-yard line. Mangum a couple of touchdown drives the first 2 times they touched the football, in quick fashion as well. On the ground that first drive, it took about 70 yards. Second drive, a little over 40. Most of that matriculated on a pass down the far sideline. Zeke Rogers making a scintillating catch at the 1. So first and 10, 2:03 left in the first quarter of play. Pistol formation now for Remy. Split out here on the near side is Rogers. They'll go this way. Pass is caught behind the line of scrimmage, and then some room for Mason. Parker with a block, and he'll get inside the 30 down to the 25 and pushed out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Great job, Mason Parker, running behind his blockers and leading the way. A couple of those wide receivers, including Zeke Rogers. And for those kind of plays, those screen passes, to be successful, got to have those wide receivers downfield blocking. So then first down brought to us by 330 Dental. Ball at the 21-yard line. First and 10. Manny now is the back. They fake the handoff to Cray, and Laughlin going to keep it himself. Breaks a couple of tackles. Takes it inside the 20. Still on his feet. And finally will get knocked down inside the red zone. It'll be second down. Elaine Mills-Smith says, let's go Mangum. Sovereign Bank red zone. Pick up a 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6. 1:15 left in the first quarter of play, and Cameron and I can now see everything, and Mangum just got 5 free yards. He has become a master of that. Remy Laughlin of the hard count and getting 5 free yards. It's at least 4 times, because he's done it at least in each of the first 4 bowl games. I think maybe in one of the games he did it a couple of times. So won't be enough for a first down, just shy by about a half a yard. This will be second down and 1. 1:05 and running in the first quarter of play. Mangum trying to add to their 14-0 lead. Manny met at the line of scrimmage. He'll push the pile and get pushed himself, and that should be good enough for a first down. We look at the side judge here on the near side, and I think they mark him right at the 11, which was the line of scrimmage, but he looks to be inside where they snapped it. They going to measure? No? Wow. So not a fortuitous spot that time. It'll bring up third down and 1. They will not go under center. I thought maybe Mangum would go under center here, but Laughlin from the shotgun by himself. Now he'll send a man in motion, fake the handoff, and Remy all kinds of room up the middle. Got a big block from Williams, and he'll push the pile all the way down to about the... Well, they got him in the end zone. They said he got in. He kept driving the legs. I thought he was going to be down at about the 1, but Laughlin kept driving the legs, and they got him into the end zone. Got a little push from behind. And Mangum will score from the 11-yard line, and with 17 seconds left in the first quarter of play, they now lead it 20-0.
Yeah, the helmet never went down.
Okay. That's all you could see, isn't it? Snap is back, hold is true, kick is on its way, and it is good. So with 17 seconds left in the first quarter of play, it's Mangum 21, Apache nothing. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
The employees at Great Plains Bank Mangum are excited for the school year. We look forward to seeing everyone come out and get that Tiger spirit and support the young men and women of Mangum as they try and bring home the gold ball. You will see us at the game and hear us on the radio and internet. Come see Great Plains Bank Mangum for your banking needs on the corner in downtown Mangum. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In Bloom Flowers and Gifts is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger Games. The new In Bloom Flowers and Gifts offers a big selection of Tiger Pride items. Make some noise, Tiger fans, and show your pride with spirit items. In Bloom Flowers and Gifts, right in the corner with the right Tiger Pride.
The Tigers have had the football 3 times, and they've scored 3 times, lead 21-0. And give credit to Laughlin that time. He got on the backside. I saw Williams in there, and I know a couple of the other big uglies were in there as well. But he got on them and kind of rode them like a surfboard, if you will, the wave. And as Cameron said, you could see his helmet never touched down. So he just kept crawling over bodies and got into the end zone for the score. An extra point good. And with 17 seconds left here in this first period of play, Mangum on top, 21-0. Sharon Sainer, go Tigers from Gridley, California. Derek's kick going to be fielded here on the near side by Gates. Gates to the 20, gets a block, 25, stutter step, and knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. He lost the football, but was already down, so no fumble on that play. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. One play left for this group from Apache. Mike Rogers checking in.
Cody Bear says, looking good, Tigers.
Well, Mike Rogers says Michael Scott Augustine is now named Papa Pops Augustine. Wow. Okay. Brent Peeler, go Tigers. You've got a fan watching in the Philippines. How about that? That'll be the record for distance tonight, won't it? And I thought I'd traveled a lot this week. So let's see what Apache does here. Grant Brown, the sophomore quarterback. 11 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Going to run the option, and he'll get stopped out on the edge. Great job by Bo Rogers. Rogers would not give up the edge. He set it and made the tackle. And a gain of maybe a yard on the play, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. All Mangum in that first 12 minutes. Tigers on top 12-0. And you and I are back for the second period, after, or 21-0. We're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer Funeral Home proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're wishing our team strength, teamwork, and success all season long. Serving Greer County since 1923. Phone 480-2111.
Ashley Slayton and Catherine Webb, certified family nurse practitioners, and the rest of the friendly faces at the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. At the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum, call 782-3393 for appointments.
The law offices of Corey Kendall proudly support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're behind you all the way. Go Tigers! Corey Kendall, attorney at law, 122 North Oklahoma Avenue in Mangum.
Back at Chandler Field, second quarter set to get underway. Mangum and Apache. Mangum on top 21-0. They touched the football 3 times in the first quarter and scored on each and every possession. It'll be second down now for Apache. Call it second down and 10. As they'll go to work. Fake. Want to go down the far sideline with the pass. And ball going to be caught. As looked like Clayton Caskey was all set to intercept that football. But going up and taking it away is Jason Walker. But I think this one is coming back. And it is. Well, apparently he was out of bounds. So no penalty on the play. Walker was out of bounds when he made the catch. So it'll be third down and 10. Give some credit to Grant Brown. That was a nice delivery. A little pump fake. And had his man open, hit him with the ball, but was out of bounds. So third down and 10. Brown fakes the handoff, drops back, wants to throw. Comes across the middle, ball in the air, and unable to adjust and go catch it. Curtis Henley, he was the closest to it. It'll be fourth down. Could have been the first pick off of the night. Henley was there. By the way, I tried to coax Coach into saying this in the pregame and couldn't do it. But I think tonight you see a return in the kicking game. And when I talk to you about the kicking game, I really think you see a kick return tonight, whether it's a punt or a kickoff. Ernie Matthews says, go Tigers. So Brown in to punt the football away. Back to receive for Mangum is Mason Mitchell. Wobbly kick. Mitchell on the run, makes the catch, breaks the tackle. 45, has the 50. Ball comes down, and a penalty flag will fly as well. Mason got back on the football at the 47-yard line of Apache, but Mangum may lose some yards here. Penalty flag setting at about the 44, and could get the old-fashioned block in the back on this. The official went back and specifically spotted the flag at the 44. So they will mark it off from that point. It'll still be Mangum football with 11:38 left in the first half, leading 21-0. And still good field position. It'll take the football back, though, to the 43-yard line. Kelly King has joined us. She says she's waiting on Cooper to do his dance. And I had missed it live, but I've seen video of it. Cooper Kerbo's got to dance. Laughlin wants to throw. He has got all kinds of time. Fires across the middle. Got a man open. Mad Max with the catch. And he'll fall down inside the 10 at about the 6-yard line. First and goal for Mangum, brought to you by 333 Dental, as Mangum is in the red zone, courtesy of Sovereign Bank. Mad Max had to wait for that ball just a split second, and it got his balance off. Otherwise, he's into the end zone for the score. Nonetheless, Mangum's got it. Well, they marked him at the 15. All right. First and 10 from there. I had him better field position. Nonetheless, Laughlin fires, end zone pass, caught, touchdown. Marvelous catch by Mason Parker. Parker with some great hands and the score. So 11:05 left in the first half of play. Mangum on top now, 27-0 with the extra point on the way. And how about that fastball fired in there by quarterback Remington Laughlin, and a great set of hands. Mason Parker with the catch. 15-yard touchdown, pitch and catch. Mangum now leads it 28-0 as Hammond's kick is up and good. 11:05 left in the half. 28-0. Mangum in command at Apache on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Mangum Regional Medical Center proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to a healthy, winning season and a community that stands together. If you need us, find us at mangumregional.net.
Are you ready to take the next step towards your degree? Reach Higher is Oklahoma's degree completion program designed just for you. At Western Oklahoma State College, we make it easy to finish your associate's degree with flexible options that fit your busy life. Choose from online classes to face-to-face learning or a mix of both. Don't wait. Enrollment is open now. Visit wosc.edu or call us at 580-477-2000 and start reaching higher today.
Jeannie Black said, awesome job, Tigers. Love number 24, who made that touchdown catch a moment ago. Mason Parker was wide open, but it was a bullet that he had to go catch and did. 28-0. I said earlier today, Derek would have a sore leg by the end of the night. He'll boot this one out of bounds here on the near side. It'll be first and 10 at the 35 for Apache. On my travels from Dale to Apache, I was thinking about this guy, Mike McAlexander. Hadn't heard from Mike in a while, and he has checked in tonight. Mike, good to have you alongside, buddy. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, I guess it's one of those things. You knew I was thinking about you. Thanks for checking in. Stormy Morey says, get them, boys. And they have been getting them. So it'll be first and 10 now at the 35-yard line for Apache. And a young football team, and they do not score points in bunches. And you've fallen behind 28-0 with 11:05 left in the first half of play. You really don't have that in your playbook. Going to send a man in motion. Brown wants to hand the ball off to the inside man. He'll break tackles, still on his feet, and that's that guy, Dayton Scott. Scott, a little whoop, and bursts outside, picks up a first down as he will take it across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. Let's see if they mark him out at the 46, about halfway in between, and it will be the 46. First and 10, though, for Apache. And Coach talked about it in the pregame show, said Dayton Scott can make you look silly. And that time, boy, I tell you what, he little two-step move, and he left somebody grasping for air across the way. So first and 10 at the 46. Apache with the football, trailing 28-0. 10:57 left in the half. Brown, late handoff. He'll go to that tailback, breaks a tackle, 50, still on his feet, down to about the 46-yard line of Mangum. Dayton Scott, not only quick, but showed a little leg strength there. His arm tackle did not knock him off his track. Second down and 2, ball at the 46-yard line. Line to make the 44. Brown and company, a little something going here this possession. From the pistol formation. Wants to throw the football, does. Ball knocked away. Mad Max in there to slap that one free as the pass was intended for Luke Graham, but Richardson with blanket coverage. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. And certainly this is 4-down territory for this bunch from Apache with 10:21 left in the first half. Any new messages to pass along on your side?
None whatsoever.
Well, that's not very nice. So 3rd down and 2. Man in motion. They'll hand it off to the tailback. Great penetration and a tackle in the backfield by that man. Oh, buddy. Jackson Brooks with a tackle. So a loss on the play. We'll bring up a 4th down now at about 3 as they'll mark the football back at the 47-yard line. Teresa Sanner waiting for that Cooper Kerbo dance. Whatever that's going viral. But what does it have to do to go viral? What does that mean?
I'm not sure how many likes and all that it takes.
All right.
1 million views, probably.
4th down and 3. Apache going to go for it, trailing 28-0. Brown throws it out in the flat. Pass is caught, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Great swarming defense by Mangum. As the Tigers will get it on the change of possession. Guess who was in on that tackle? Cooper Kerbo. Also helping out Clayton Caskey. So Mangum will get it back at their own 49-yard line. It's their 5th touch of the night offensively. They already lead 28-0. 9:35 left in the first half of play. Coach will go with his first string through the first half and then let them play the opening salvo in the 3rd before making changes. Here's a throw across the middle. Rogers goes up and gets it. And he's got a 1st down. Take it down to the 31-yard line. Great delivery that time. On target, on time by Remy Laughlin. And a 3:33 1st down for Mangum.
Patricia Stelting says, way to go, Tigers. Grandma says, love you, Tough.
Tough going to get in there before the night's over. I can promise you that. Pistol formation now. Curtis Henley is the back. They'll send Richardson in motion. Mad Max, near side, far side. Henley, the handoff. Patience, got room up the middle. Breaking tackles, still on his feet. And he'll get knocked down at the 20-yard line. That'll be good enough for another 1st down. A 3:33 dental 1st down. And I love the patience of Curtis Henley. Henley, he just got it all. Power back. He's got patience, great vision, and a great burst as well. Josh Reisner has joined us. Hello, Josh. Good to have you alongside. Henley, fake the handoff to him. They'll go back to Rogers on the square in, and Zeke couldn't hold on. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Martha Cutright says, go Max Richardson and the Tigers from Max's great aunt from Florida.
Jim Cattle said, way to go, Tigers.
The family has got, they've got to, just every time they refer to it, he's got to be Mad Max. Has to be from now on. When he graduates, now accepting his diploma, Mad Max Richardson. 2nd down and 10. Rogers in motion, near side, far side. Henley fakes the handoff and keeping it. And look at all the room there for Remy. Laughlin on his feet, headed for the end zone, and he will score from 21 yards away. And with 8:47 left in the first half of play, it is now a 34-0 lead for Mangum. So a great read that time by Remy Laughlin. Read the edge, faked the handoff to Henley. The defense went to him, blocking on the edge by the wide receivers. And from 21 yards away, the score makes it 34-0. Extra point now on the way for Derek. Kick on the way, and it is up, and it's good. So with 8:47 left in the first half of play, the Blitzkrieg, known as the Mangum offense, has got 35. Nothing on the board for Apache. And we're Classic Hits 97.7.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. MangumTigerTV.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says go Tigers. Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, go Tigers. We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, I tell you what, the Big Uglies up front are just thumping the daylights out of Apache across the way. Shane Lee in on part of that, along with Trey Williams, Gabe Miranda, Jackson Brooks. I mean, they are just simply overpowering the defensive line. Hammond, kick, fielded by the up, back it out, fumble, ball on the ground. Gates will pick it up and get out to about the 25. Well, no, they actually mark him across the 25 to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 31 for Apache. Trailing 35-0 with 8:42 left in the first half of play. And again, keep in mind, it's not a game of keep away and it's not a stall, but as they should, running the clock every possession are the Warriors. Robert Crawford, by the way, saying hello, Michael and Cameron. Let's go. 1st and 10 now. Apache with the ball. Inside handoff, and look at Shane Lee talking about him getting it done on the offensive side, but boy, he just swaddled up the ball carrier there. And a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Great penetration by Lee. And then when that big fella when we heard Coach talk about him last week and his motor, when that big fella gets you wrapped up, you might as well get you a pillow and a blankie because it's night time.
Screw wag.
2nd down and 11. We've slid inside of 8 minutes, 7:55 left in this first half of play. And again, Brown taking his time. Grant will snap it, wants to throw, fires across the middle. Ball got tipped. It was behind the intended receiver, Luke Graham. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Want to say good evening to Janet Murrow. The Murrows are watching in Cherokee. Up in the northwest, well, not northwest, north central part of the state. They have been known to play a little bit of 8-man football up there and do it quite successful. 3rd down and 10, clock running. 7:20 left in the first half of play. That was an incomplete pass. The clock running already in the first half of play. From the pistol formation, Brown, and he'll hand it off, and look at the penetration there. And again, it's that man, Shane Lee, in on the stop. And again, swallowing up the ball carrier, Dayton Scott. It'll be 4th down and about 16 now.
That's good.
6:50 and running in the first half of play. Mangum should get great field position here. Back to receive for the Tigers is Mason Mitchell. And again, I'm thinking that at some point, Mitchell is going to return one. By the way, Robert Crawford telling us that Hobart is getting, and I'm quoting now, slapped around by Wynnewood, 21-0. Here's the punt. Mitchell, he'll let it hit, and it bounces away from him. And probably a good decision by Mason. It kind of died before he got to him. And he's run up on a couple of made good catches and then also dropped a couple. And, I like the choice there. Stay away from it.
Good job.
Give your offense an opportunity here with 6:24 left in the first half of play. And on top, 35-0. So if it's 21-0, Wynnewood over Hobart, it's a slap around. I wonder how Robert would describe this one.
He's going to probably let you know.
It's a Mike Tyson knockout, what it is. So 1st and 10, Tigers hit the 32. Handoff to Manny, or that's Henley instead. Curtis across the 35 to the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. Close to a 1st down. Give him 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Misty Darden says, let's go for 4-0, Tigers. Misty, that's happening, kiddo.
Slobber knocker, maybe?
Slobber knocker, I like that. That's excellent. Second down and 1. Boy, if you wanted to go into the bag of tricks here, Sam Powers, now you will. Fire across the middle. There's Rogers with a catch and a move. 45-40, still on his feet. He'll take it down to the 35-yard line and get tackled at about the 34. How about the catch, first of all, by Zeke, and then the ability, after he makes the catch, to tuck, make a little move, do a little dance, and pick up the first down. A 3:33 dental first down to the 34-yard line. They move the sticks. 5:25 left of the first half. Mangum has touched the ball 5 times. They've got 5 scores.
And Remy's delivery and timing is, I think we've seen one that was off. Yeah. But aside from that, they've all been right there.
They have been on target and on time. Teresa Sainer from California says, Debbie Davis, make some noise. Debbie's been known to be able to do that. Going to get a timeout taken by Mangum. It comes with 5:02 left in the first half of play. They lead 35-0. We're Classic Hits, 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Cub Learning Center says,
5:02 left in the half. Mangum on top, 35-0. Cameron Dole has a retort for something that somebody said on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, Mike Baker said, go out and eat for dinner since we're up to 35-0. Go Tigers. And I was like, I don't know that we've shared our Cash App. I haven't shared my Cash App. So, we're willing.
Oh, my goodness.
We will travel. We will eat. We will eat. That's for sure.
Then we're going to go through Lawton. If you want to have something waiting for us as we go through town, that'll be fine. So out of the timeout, Mangum will go to work. Bo has checked in the backfield. Henley is there in the Wildcat. He wants to run on the near side, gets a block, has the first down and more. Down the near sideline, inside the 20, still on his feet, breaking tackles to the 15, 10, 5, and Curtis into the end zone for the score from 33 yards away. Curtis Henley from the Wildcat, and Mangum on top, 41-0 with 4:53 left in the first half of play. And as Mangum scores, so does Hobart. Robert Crawford says it's 21-6 when he went in front of Hobart. Derek Hammond on to try to make it 42-0 here. Jason Cook says, go Tigers from Washington, Oklahoma.
Mike Baker says the Tigers looking like men among boys tonight.
Kick is on its way. It is up, and it is good. So with 4:53 left in the first half of play, Michael Scott Augustine, Mangum 42, Apache nothing. That's the first half score on Classic Hits 97.7.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
At 333 Dental Care, we're all smiles for our hometown teams. We're proud to cheer on the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers this season. Go Tigers! Bring home the win!
42-0 in the first half. And if Mangum touches the ball one more time, they very well could end the first half a point shy of half 100. 6 possessions, 6 scores, 6 extra points, 42-0. And again, Sam talked about it in the pregame show. He'll keep the front line in there through the first half and let them run the first series in the second half, and then they will be put to bed for the rest of the night. And Derek is set to kick it away. And again, I said all day long, Hammond would be tired by the end of the night because of the kicks. And here's another one that will go out of bounds. And it'll be 1st and 10. And actually didn't make the 35, so they'll mark it where the ball went out at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 for this group from Apache. What about the only thing missing? A turnover. 1st and 10 at the 36. Oh, you're fine. I'm okay right now. I got it. We were discussing whether it was worth turning on the light inside the broadcast booth, but we're afraid it will get a glare. That picture, though, that we have right now, that is absolutely gorgeous. That sunset against the green grass, that's some good handiwork right there. So 1st and 10 now, Apache. As again, the scat back going to get it, tries to turn the corner, still on his feet, breaking tackles, but a good job of stringing out the play by Mangum. And maybe a yard for Dayton Scott. But again, defense just flattened out, went down the line, and strung that rascal out. So no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. 4 minutes left to the first half of play. Tigers love to get their hands on the ball one more time in this first half. Shotgun formation for Brown. And 5 free yards. Cray Manny, a little anxious, got in the neutral zone. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. And his teammates dapping him up right there. Jackson Brooks, Aiden Augustine, Trey Williams, big fellas up front. When those three start talking to you, I'm going to listen to what they have to say.
Just a little bit.
I'm not going to, try to split hairs with them. It's, yes, sir, I'll get right on that.
Sorry you feel that way.
Exactly. And I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. Brown, he'll get sacked. Jackson Brooks, and we just were talking about it. Jackson just absolutely mauled the defender and then threw the quarterback down. They'll take the ball back to the 44-yard line where it sets up a 3rd down and 7.
I'm amazed they only lost 2 yards on the play.
Well, apparently they said the quarterback touched his knee down. And then Jackson shoved him an extra time.
For good measure.
Yeah, why not? 3rd down and 7. Brown on the option. Ball on the ground. Pops right back into the ball carrier's hand. And Mad Max Richardson is there to clean up the play. Got some help as well from Cray Manny. Clayton Caskey gets off the pile as well. And no gain on the play. It'll be a loss actually on the play of about 1.5 yards. It'll bring up a 4th down and 9.
Gabe should know this.
Evan Sharp says, who do you think on this team could possibly be a future NFL player? Well, Evan, it's kind of hard to say. That's a big stretch, but somebody whose motor is always running and has got the physical skills, have to be my good buddy, number 54, Jackson Brooks. Ball on the punt will be touchdown at the 29-yard line. Mangum will get it 1st and 10. Update from Wynnewood. Robert Crawford says it's now 28-6. Savages on top of the Bearcats. 2:12 left in the first half of play. Tigers have been perfect on the offensive end. They would love that to continue here as Bo Rogers now will take over at quarterback, at least for this series. So it'll be 1st and 10. Rogers in the backfield by himself. Going to keep it on the right side. Gets a block. Has it across the 35. Out to the 40. Breaking tackle still on his feet. And finally going to be knocked down at about the 41-yard line. Hard running by Bo Rogers. And, we talk about Rogers and his big arm. But a lot of times we don't give him enough credit for the way he runs the football. They said he was down at the 40. Nonetheless, that's good enough for a 1st down. Brought to you by 333 Dental. And so they'll move the sticks at the 140 mark. Zeke Rogers here on the near side, and in the slot is Mason Parker, who's caught a touchdown. High snap, corralled by Rogers. He'll hand it off to Henley, gets a block, 50, 45, 40, down the near sideline. He gone, nobody going to catch him. Curtis Henley with the touchdown. No flags on the play. That one from 60 yards away. And with 1:20 left in the first half of play, Mangum 48-0. The extra point on the way. Wow. And that is, and Coach talks about it most weeks. His team will never be out-shaped by somebody. They're always going to be in better shape. And you can tell that was a out-of-shape situation there. When Henley turned the corner, there were people just flailing at trying to tackle him. And he went down the near sideline unscathed for the score from 60 yards away. Hammond's extra point on the way. It is up, and it is good. So with 1:20 left in the first half of play, Mangum 49. Knock, knock on the 50-point door on Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers.
Attention, Mangum Tiger.
1:20 left in the first half of play, and Josh Reisner says it's gridiron barbecue getting smoked. 49-0, minute 20 left to the first half of play.
Also go Mangum from Phil and Alice Ogden in Nowata, Oklahoma.
Nowata, home of the Ironheads.
Yes.
One of the great nicknames in the state of Oklahoma. If I'd have grown up in Oklahoma, I'd have gone to Nowata just so I could be called an Ironhead. Because my mother called me worse, let me tell you. All right, here we go. Hammond set to kick it away. End over end, going to be fielded at about the 28-yard line on the run. That's Looking Glass. Looking Glass tries to break it to the outside. Still on his feet, and he'll finally get pushed down at about the 33-yard line. That looked like a group dance right there. And a lot of people just kind of moving around and nobody really doing a whole lot. And finally, tackle was made. Helping out on the stop for Mangum was Caden Carter. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line for Apache. They will get the ball to begin the third period of play. They are running the clock, and I think that will be the theme in the second half. Be surprised otherwise. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Hand off to the scat back, and well, I tell you what, great penetration on that far sideline. Trey Williams is there, also in on the stop for Mangum. Got some help from Gabe Miranda. No gain on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. 30 seconds
about 13.
Left.
Lost the 3.
They did. Okay, all right. When I first looked at the down marker, it was even with the original spot. Now I see that they have moved it back, so thank you. 2nd down and 13. What will likely be the final play of the first half. 15 seconds on the game clock, 10 on the play clock. And Brown looking over at the sidelines, and he will let most of the time run off before he snaps it. Does at 2 on the play clock, and final play of the first half will be a run to the far sideline out to about the 40-yard line. And with that, the first half will come to a close with Mangum 49 points at the intermission. Mangum 49, Apache nothing. You and I are at the half on Classic Hits 97.7.
Attention, Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
If you need some welding done or a metal building built, then call Rocky Caskey. Rocky has built metal buildings in southwest Oklahoma for more than 15 years. Carports, patio covers, building large or small, Rocky Caskey does them all. Don't settle for less. Get the best building for your money. Call Rocky Caskey at 580-471-8282. That's 471-8282. Rocky supports high school sports.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Hello, Lone Wolf and Hobart.
Granite Drug Company is now delivering to Hobart, Lone Wolf, Granite, and Mangum. Granite Drug Company is a complete pharmacy ready to fill and deliver your prescriptions. And it's easy to get switched. Just call 580-535-2130 or visit our store at 316 North Main in Granite. Granite Drug Company has an ice cream fountain open all day and lunches from 11 to 2. Health and beauty products and selection of gifts. Granite Drug Company is here for you.
We're at the half, brought to you by Cattleman's Bank on Classic Hits 97.7 and also on our streaming platforms in all Mangum. I mean, thanks, Captain Obvious. 49-0 at the half. Tigers touching the football 7 times in that first half and converting on all 7 offensive possessions, making the extra point each time. So almost flawless in that first half of play. Casey Kroom and Mangum on top, 49-0. And Cameron, they just set the tone early on. That first drive, 70 yards in about 6 plays, and just absolutely pushed Apache all over the field.
Yeah, on the offensive side, the first 3 drives, I never had to change the down and distance.
Is that right?
I never had to change down and distance, no.
Wow. That is impressive indeed. And again, Mangum on top by a score of 49-0 at the intermission. So you would believe that they will, again, hang half 100 on the club. And then they will kind of shut things down after that. You do work on a few things, but I would guess too that they would run the clock continuously in the second half. We saw some of that going on in the first half of play. So let's check some Cattleman's Bank halftime scores from Class A, Division II. At the intermission, Gore in front of Mounds. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. It's Gore 46, Mounds nothing. Healdton, who is in the district opposite Mangum, and the top 4 from each of those 2 districts will face off against one another in week number 11, depending on positioning. Healdton in front of Wayne, 18-0. That is a halftime score. Also in that same district, Velma Alma leading Rush Springs, second quarter score, 14-6. Elsewhere, Woodland, no surprise, they lead Porter Consolidated, 38-0. That is the second quarter score. Fairland out in front of Barnsdall, 27-0. That is a second quarter score. Also in the second period, it is Hominy in front of Summit Christian, 34-0. Thomas, the team that everybody thinks they and Mangum will play for the district championship, and there's a lot of action to be played by then. Texoma Goodwill will have something to say about that, Southwest Covenant as well. But a lot of folks think that Halloween game, Thomas and Mangum at the Liberty Bowl, will decide the district championship. Anyhow, that being said, the Terriers lead Carnegie 42-8. That in the first half, late in the first half. Ringling in front of Elmore City Purnell, 20-6. The score there, 20-6. Number 1, Tallahena, 34-10 in front of Allen, second quarter score. Regent Prep leads Liberty 14-9. Ketchum in front of Afton, 34-0. We mentioned Texoma Goodwill a moment ago and Southwest Covenant rather. That is the opponent next week for Mangum, Southwest Covenant. And at the half, it is Texoma Goodwill in front, 20-0. First half score, Tipton and Cordell, 42-0. That game will likely end at the intermission, as it is officially an 8-man ball game. We woke up as we go back to 11-man over Central Salisaw, 6-0. That's at the half. And those are the scores in Division A2. Before we go to break, let's check some scores from Division A1 as Mangum leads here 49-0 against Apache. And our halftime brought to us by Cattleman's Bank. They are found at 1400 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Panama, thank you to Van Halen, because I know you're singing that when I say Panama. They lead Shoto Mays 23-0. Pawhuska, number 3 in the state, in front of Oklahoma Union at the intermission, 54-0. Frederick hanging with Minco late in the first half. Bulldogs in front of the Bombers, 14-6. They're playing at the Bomber Bowl, and that will help keep that game close, you would think. Stratford in front of Okemah at the half, 22-8. Hooker leads Sayre late in the first half, 30-11. Number 1 ranked Rejoice Rejoice Christian over Eddie Haskell. For those of you old enough to remember Leave It to Beaver, you know what I'm referring to. It is Rejoice Christian 35, Haskell 7. Along our network station on 107 The Zone, Wynnewood all over Hobart late in the first half, 35-6. Wynnewood on top. Pawnee leading Morrison 26-8. That is late in the first half of play. Fairview, who is playing with Tonga. And remember, we saw Robert Bernard last week scouting at the Liberty Bowl. Well, his scouting paid off. They're late in the first half. Fairview 42 with Tonga nothing. That is a first half score. Elsewhere, it is Pecola in front of Warner 38-0. The Ironheads, we talked about them a moment ago. Got to get their score ducked in. They lead Caney Valley, Nowata 20. Caney Valley nothing. It's Crescent in front of Hinton 28-6. All right, and Cashin in front of Merritt, 16-0. That is a halftime score. Tonkawa leads Quapaw 42-7 late in the first half, and no score from the ball game between Walters and CHA. You've got a 5A score to give to us, featuring the Altus Bulldogs.
Yeah, Altus 35-6 over El Reno. 8 minutes left in the first half.
So it looks like that Altus is going to go to 4-0 and 1-0 inside district play. At the half, 49-0, Mangum in front of Apache. Our halftime brought to us by Cattleman's Bank. And we're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
All the employees at Great Plains Bank Mangum are excited for the school year. We look forward to seeing everyone come out and get that Tiger spirit and support the young men and women of Mangum as they try and bring home the gold ball. You will see us at the game and hear us on the radio and internet. Come see Great Plains Bank Mangum for your banking needs on the corner in downtown Mangum. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In Bloom Flowers and Gifts is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger Games. The new In Bloom Flowers and Gifts offers a big selection of Tiger Pride items. Make some noise, Tiger fans, and show your pride with spirit items. In Bloom Flowers and Gifts, right in the corner with the right Tiger Pride.
At the half, 49-0, Mangum on top, and we're working on getting the band director for Mangum into the broadcast booth. Of course, that's Ashley Blair. We work with her husband, James, and he was supposed to have arranged this. And, well, I can tell who wears the pants in the family because it hasn't happened yet. And he made some comment that he likes sleeping indoors. I'm not sure what that is all about. Check some more scores for you during the Cattleman's Bank halftime. And 8-man. It's Canadian losing to Drumright 36-14. Pond Creek Hunter pitching the shutout at Ringwood 46-0. That one will be over at half, as will be Central High. They lead Thackerville 55-0. Cyril will end the night early for Snyder, one would think. They lead late in the first half over the Cyclones 44-0. Dewar, number one in Class B, in front of Waurika 34-0. That is a first half score. Elsewhere, it's Walika in front of Yale 40-6. Strother in front of Keota 40-0. Strother played last week against Cordell. I don't know that I've still been able to locate Strother on the map. Boys City in front of Turpin 14-0. That is a first half score. The Whippets of O'Keene out in front of Pioneer 24-14. Wacomas leads Corn Bible Academy 16-6. Last night, Laverne went to Hollis and beat the Tigers by a final of 22-16. A bitter loss for Hollis because, you know, it was a couple of weeks ago that they ended the winning streak of the Tipton Tigers and felt like maybe they could go through the season undefeated. But Laverne has been a powerhouse in 8-man Class B for quite some time, and so you can't hang your head if you lose that ball game. And it was a good contest as well.
So Strother is northeast of Seminole.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I got an idea now. I can put my mind around that. Let's go to Class C scores. Ryan in front of Geary, 24-6. That's at the half. Blue Jacket in front of Welch, 22-6, also at the half. Timberlake, number 2 in Class C, leads Balco Forgan, 28-0. Medford, 50-0 over Oaks. That will end at halftime. The Trojan Men of Sharon Mutual lead Buffalo, 50-0. That'll be a 45-point ball game and end at halftime. As we told you, Tipton in front of Cordell, 42-0. It is Tyrone over Kremlin Hillsdale, 14-0 in the first half. And last night, Mountain View Goodebo all over Granfield, 46-0. Congratulations to our good buddy Jeff Coakley picking up the victory there, 46-0, the final score there. We're at the half here. Mangum in command. It is 49-0 at the intermission. In what we expect to be a very quick second half of play, we would be stunned if the clock did not run the entire frame. Halftime brought to us by Cattleman's Bank. We wait on the second half with you on Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer Funeral Home proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're wishing our team strength, teamwork, and success all season long. Serving Greer County since 1923. Phone 480-2111.
Ashley Slayton and Catherine Webb, certified family nurse practitioners, and the rest of the friendly faces at the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. At the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum, call 782-3393 for appointments.
The law offices of Corey Kendall proudly support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. We're behind you all the way. Go Tigers! Corey Kendall, attorney at law, 122 North Oklahoma Avenue in Mangum.
We love the cleverness of the audience, and certainly Caitlin Huckabee fits into that category. She sends, "Hey Siri, play Apache" by Sugar Hill Gang. And the line, "Way to go, Mangum, jump on it." And indeed, they certainly have in this first half of play. It is a 49-0 ball game at the intermission. Mangum on top. Thank you, Caitlin. That is so good. We appreciate that a great deal. By the way, I would be remiss if I did not mention the Teacher of the Week, and that is the lovely and the talented Brian Lively. He is the Teacher of the Week at Mangum High School, and Mr. Lively teaches English, and everybody thanks him for all that he does, not only for the students but others as well around him. So Brian Lively, the Teacher of the Week at Mangum, and congratulations to him. Also, while I've got you, our Players of the Week last week, and I mean, there'll be 1,000 nominees this week, but Remy was the Offensive Player of the Week. Bo was the Defensive Player of the Week. Caden Carter, Special Teams. Aiden Augustine, Lineman of the Week. Talon Frazier, the Big Stick of the Week. And Lane Burnham was the Practice Player of the Week. So congratulations to those young men on their awards this past week. Also, there was an incident this morning that took place at the school. And at the high school, junior high, middle school, and early childhood center, all were placed on lockdown as a precautionary measure to ensure the safety of all the students, the faculty, and the staff. And please know that at no time were the students or staff in any immediate danger. The decision to implement the lockdown made out of an abundance of caution in partnership with local law enforcement. Once the situation was assessed and determined to be secure, the lockdown was lifted and normal school operations resumed. And I guess the message there, and resoundingly overwhelming from Superintendent Travis Reese, is that the children, the teachers, and the staff were safe at all times, and they reacted swiftly and appropriately. And you know, it's obviously, I'm of an age that I don't know that my parents ever worried about anything like that when they sent me to school. Maybe when I was out carousing on a weekend, but certainly not when I went to school. In fact, I can remember we only had one car in the family, and there were times that we would oversleep, and I missed the bus, and Mother would send my sister and I to school in a cab, you know? But again, it's a different world that you and I live in. And so thanks to Travis Reese, thanks to the great staff there at Mangum, and to law enforcement in Greer County for making sure that our kiddos, our teachers, and their administration and everybody else was safe today. 49-0. Second half coming up. Our halftime has been brought to us by Cattleman's Bank, and we'll return to Chandler Field in Apache after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Mangum Regional Medical Center proudly supports the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to a healthy, winning season and a community that stands together. If you need us, find us at mangumregional.net.
Are you ready to take the next step towards your degree? Reach Higher is Oklahoma's degree completion program designed just for you. At Western Oklahoma State College, we make it easy to finish your associate's degree with flexible options that fit your busy life. Choose from online classes to face-to-face learning or a mix of both. Don't wait. Enrollment is open now. Visit wosc.edu or call us at 580-477-2000 and start reaching higher today.
Come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says, Go Tigers.
Second half about to begin here on Classic Hits 97.7. As for the, eighth time already, Derek Hammond will kick the football off for Mangum. And back to receive for Apache. BB Looking Glass on the near side. And Dayton Scott up top. That's Gannon Gates instead. Set to return the football.
So do they have a second string kicker that they can put in there?
You know, you bring up a good point. I don't know who they would bring off the bench to kick. They being the Mangum Tigers. But and Derek, you heard Coach talk about the pregame show. He has worked hard on his kicking, and I kid that his leg is going to be sore, and that, of course, is not true. But he has kicked a bunch already. Number 8 on its way. And fielded by Gates. He'll take it at the 20, 25, and out to about the 32-yard line. And then evoked, on the stick that time. It was Clayton Caskey, wasn't it? Nope. Instead, going downfield to make the stop for the Tigers was Mason Mitchell.
He finished with a somersault. It was impressive.
So they run the clock, and we would expect this one to be over in less than 30 minutes. Justifiably so. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. This one has gotten to the point where I'm actually sitting down, and I never sit down in a broadcast, but been standing all day. Did the 2 softball games standing, in the first half standing, and at no point now. So 1st and 10, and inside handoff, and a good job of stringing out the play. Mad Max Richardson, as Dayton Scott just didn't want any part of Richardson, and rather than try to turn the ball upfield, he scampered out of bounds, lost a couple of yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and it does it. And Mangum has done a good job of containing tonight, setting the edge, and not letting him get turned up the field. So it'll be 2nd down and 12, 10-20 left in this third quarter of play. Brown wants to throw, does, out in the flat. No, I tell you what. Coming up very quickly, wanting to pick that ball off and go the other way was Coulter Webb, but it one-hopped him instead. It'll be 3rd down. That was not a good pass by Grant Brown. Had it been on target, Webb would have intercepted and gone the other way. And Torrey Curbo would have been shouting and jumping up and down. So here we go, 3rd down and a dozen. Brown lets the play clock go inside 10. Now he'll snap it, throw, pass out in the flat. May have been tipped. And it's picked off. Mad Max Richardson on the interception. That ball, I believe, got tipped at the line of scrimmage. And Richardson did a good job of adjusting. And it gets picked off. And it may have been Shane Lee that got in there and got a piece of the football as they were dapping him up as he came to the sideline. So Mangum will get it 1st and 10, 9-10 and running in the third period of play. Diego Tillis split out here on the near side as Mangum looks for their 8th touchdown of the night. Bo Rogers in there at quarterback. He'll hand it off to the tailback, and that is Mason Parker, or Mason Mitchell actually. Mitchell on the carry. Mason will pick up 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. And I think you're going to get a steady diet of the running game now for Mangum here in this second half of play, especially since the clock will be running. 2nd down and 5, 8:35 left in the third. Keeping it this time, Rogers. Bo looking for a block, try to get to the outside. Somebody loses their hat in the process, and he's going to make the tackle. Bryson Beavers lost his hat. He got back in the play to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. I thought a play died as soon as somebody's helmet came off. Apparently that's not the case. Beavers, give him credit. Some panache there, down 49-0. You're running around without a hat on. I mean, come on.
Give him a leather helmet.
Yeah. 3rd down and 5. Amy Ken Carter says, let's go defense. Keep that golden goose egg. They want to throw the football. Rogers double clutches and ball short hop that time. Diego Tillis was open on the little dig route along the seam, but the double pump, I think, got Bo off just enough, and he one-hopped the toss. So it'll be 4th down. And obviously Mangum will go for it. 4th down and 5, leading 49-0. 7:25 left in the third quarter of play. They'll keep it on the ground and breaking tackles, keeping the play alive, picking up the 1st down and more. That is Mason Mitchell. Looked like Mitchell was going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Mason breaks a tackle, bursts to the outside, and picked up a 3:33 dental 1st down. Great job by Mitchell to keep that one alive. So Mangum will move the sticks. 6:55 left here in the third. 1st and 10, they'll go to work. Rogers, inside handoff to Caskey, looks for a block, turns the corner, doesn't have a lot of room down the sideline. He'll pick up positive yardage nonetheless. And Clayton, let's see how much they give him, as he'll, that's 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4. Paula Lively, appreciative of the Mangum staff and Travis Reese for making sure kids were safe earlier today. We talked about that a moment ago. Officially a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Rogers and company from the pistol formation. Tailback is Mitchell. He'll get the handoff, goes right up behind the Big Uglies off their backsides. The pile pushed near the 1st down marker. And I think it'll be
like the ball might be loose.
Yeah, I kind of got that idea as well. And it'll be 3rd down and about a yard. So if the ball popped out, Mangum got back on it. And they will keep possession. Clock at 5:50. And again, a running half here in the second half. Mangum, 7 touches on the offensive side in the first half, scored every time. 3rd down here. Rogers hands it off. Boy, I tell you what, nobody fooled that time. Mason Mitchell got gobbled up by the penetration from Apache. It'll be 4th down. Loss of a yard on the play. 4th and about 3. Bo from the pistol. Mangum going to change the play. Game clock at 5:10. Play clock at 15. He's got Caskey in the slot looking his way. Bo throws, delivers the ball. Caught by Tillis. Diego with a 3:33 1st down and takes it inside the red zone. Presented by Sovereign Bank. So a good job by Mangum. They cleared out space here on the near side along the seam, and Diego ducked in there, was wide open, and a great football delivered by Bo Rogers. 1st and 10, just outside the 10, and again tackled behind the line of scrimmage is Mason Mitchell. Mason can't do a whole lot about that. He is getting hit as soon as the football is put in his belly, and he will lose yardage on the play. They said it was actually 1st and goal, so it'll be 2nd down and 13. Mitchell again on the carry. Now he'll cut it back on the near side, avoid a couple of tacklers, shakes, bakes, and gets it back to around the 5, and that's just good running by Mason Mitchell. Started off on the far side of the field and got away from 3 or 4 different would-be tacklers, and finally knocked off his feet at about the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there.
He did a hop stop.
He did. There's a jump. You're right. If we'd been doing basketball, we would have said that was a jump stop. Bo, inside handoff, and boy, everybody fooled, including me. Clayton Caskey got the handoff. He comes on the near side, and nobody, and I mean nobody, saw Caskey with the football. He'll waltz into the end zone for the score. And with 3:39 left in the 3rd quarter, it is 55-0. Mangum on top. They do stop the clock with 3:39 left after the touchdown. So Derrick on to try another point, and again, Mangum hanging half 100 on an opponent. Kick is on its way. It is up, and it is good. So with 3:39 left here in the 3rd quarter of play, it's Mangum 56. Nothing on the board for Apache. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, go Tigers. We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Mangum on time, 56-0. 3:39 left here in the 3rd quarter of play. Any messages to pass along from your side of the electronic boards?
Well, Mike Baker just in all caps, Mr. Lively from halftime.
And Baker is somewhere out of town, right? Memory serves me correct?
Let me see if I can see where he is at.
Something tells me that he is. Brian, a good guy. I mean, he deserving of that Teacher of the Week, and
he didn't. He hasn't mentioned on this video. So, okay. Mike Baker, let us know where you're watching from.
I want to say in previous correspondence, he's from out of town. Kickoff on the way, going to be fielded by Looking Glass. He'll take it across the 20 to the 30 and spun down, well, to the 25 and spun down at the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Apache. And they restart the clock. 3:20 left here in this 3rd frame. So the 3rd quarter will end right around 8:30, 8:31, and they'll put a minute on the clock, move to the 4th, and 12 minutes later, this one will be over with. Mangum back on the road next week. Southwest Covenant in Yukon. You tell me that's a nice facility up there.
Beautiful facility. Beautiful facility.
It'll be my first time to go there and do a bowl game. We look forward to it. And after next week, only one more road game for Mangum. Of course, it's one that equals about 3 as we'll travel to Texoma. That is a Week 8 bowl game. So 1st and 10, jet sweep. Dayton Scott. Scott turns the corner. There's that speed. He ran into his own man as he picked up the 1st down, took it across the 35 out to near the 40-yard line, and they'll give him the 42. That'll be 1st and 10 from there. Scott had some room, and he literally slammed into the backside of Gannon Gates. Nonetheless, picks up the first down. Well, I tell you what, the Tiger Pride doing a great job tonight. Band, always enjoyable. Love having them as background ambiance, as you called it. Busted play there for Brown. Brown turned and wanted to hand it off to somebody, and there wasn't anybody there. So as all good quarterbacks do, he went to where the hole was supposed to be and did eke out a couple of yards. But, boy, he paid the price for it. Laying on him the big bodies of Braden Kaufman and Gabe Miranda. Gain of 2, 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 8, rather. Minute 20 left here in the third. Not only is the clock running, but again, Apache has been in that mode all night long to let the play clock wind down as well. Kind of a moot point now that the clock is running, but you get into a rhythm. You don't want to break that. Coming off the edge and making a great play on the blitz. He didn't get the finishing tackle, but Caden Carter came off the edge and turned them back inside, and that enabled Braden Kaufman to come up with another tackle. So it'll be third down. Third down and about 8. Fallon Perry joining us. Fallon, good evening to you. What are they, 1 week, 2 weeks into the marriage? I'm trying to remember that. Was it last week they got married or the week before? Maybe the week before. Nonetheless, they're a happy couple. Have been for a long time, and we're glad of that. Brown wants to throw, a ball got tipped. And that was one that could have been picked off by Mason Mitchell, but Mason had designs on lighting up BB Lookingglass if he had made the catch. He did not, and it's fourth down. That'll be the final play of quarter number 3. Final 12 minutes on the way. Mangum 56. Apache nothing. Classic Hits 97.7.
TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Cub Learning Center says,
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
At 333 Dental Care, we're all smiles for our hometown teams. We're proud to cheer on the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers this season. Go Tigers! Bring home the win.
All right, fourth quarter about to get underway, and they do some fun stuff with the lights here for the fourth period. Kind of freaked me out at first. I don't know. Here we go.
I've seen it games a couple of years ago when they would score and the lights would do that. But, yeah, we haven't had that opportunity tonight.
So Apache will go to work with 4th and 8. The ball setting. It's the 44-yard line of the Warriors. And they're going to go pistol. Dayton Scott. Clock starts here. Brown wants to throw. Rolls out in the flat. Pass caught. That'll be good enough for a first down. Maybe. As backtracking momentarily was Gates. And then Gates got lit up. Those lights were flashing. His lights are flashing. He got drilled at the 40-yard line. What a big hit in the open field. Man. May have been Mason Mitchell. And now the bands are having a light fight going on with their phones. That's great. So many songs with light in it. Sadly, the first one that came to my mind, and that's why I didn't say it originally, but in this kind of game, I'll go ahead. Debbie Boone and You Light Up My Life.
Mine went to Neil Diamond and the Heartlight one.
Yeah, okay.
That's really sad, too.
Handoff here on the near side, trying to turn the corner, the tailback, and he'll get spun down at about the 40-yard line. Check that, the 35. So a gain of 5 on the play. And it's the tailback that time, Bryson Beavers. Got hit in the open field by Lane Burnham. Burnham took a stiff arm, but that's okay. You know, the disappointing thing is, given my affinity for music from the 70s and 80s, the first song that should have come to my mind was Journey and Lights. Should have been the first. Brown wants to throw, does across the middle, got a man wide open. That's Looking Glass, and Looking Glass will pick up another first down as he'll take it down inside the 20. Let's see where they mark him down. About the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. So Apache trying to get on the scoreboard late in this ball game. Mangum long ago secured their 15 points. Sure, they would love to pitch the shutout. Had one last week, but got second and third team players in there, giving them a chance to get some varsity action. Looks like Wrigley Fight has checked into the ball game as he's at the linebacker slot. Brown, handoff, Looking Glass, shaking, baking, ducking, and picks up positive yardage. We just talked about Wrigley Fight, and he was in on the stop. Also helping out, Canyon Webb. So it'll be second down, clock at 9:10. Mangum leading 56-0 as they will improve to 4-0. 1-0 inside the district and will have their 15 points. J.J. Kendall comes off to catch a breather. And again, there's so much depth on this Mangum team. They wear you down. Going to keep it on the ground. It's Dayton Scott trying to turn the corner. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets shoved out of bounds before he gets to the end zone. Oh, but he thinks there's a penalty flag. Yep, there is. So he was bumped out of bounds at about the 1-yard line, but a holding call will move it back. And it's a spot foul, so Dayton Scott and company hand designs on picking up the score here in the fourth quarter of play. They still can, but a 10-yard mark off from the point of infraction. Make it a second down at about 14. 4 minutes gone by in the fourth. Mangum has touched the ball one time in the second half, and they scored. And 56 on the board. Brown going to tuck, going to run. Oh, boy, he got drilled in the open field. Nice open field tackle turned in there. That was Gabe Miranda. Miranda did a little hop step. A semi-jumping jack. Jill Travis Nippert has joined us. Jill, hello, kiddo. Hope you are well. 7:30 left of the ball game. 3rd and a dozen now for Apache. Brown again wants to throw. Hit as he let go of the football, and it is intercepted. Picked off by the Tigers and sliding down with the interception for Mangum. And again, as he comes to the near side, let's see who that is. It's Coulter Webb. So Coulter Webb with the INT. Great job by Coulter. And then stops the drive. And Mangum will get the football, albeit deep in their own territory.
Mike Baker said that in 2011 they shut the lights off on us after we came back and beat them.
So that's the night the lights went out in Apache. Jump on it. Oh, I can see that. I can see the Sugar Hill Gang doing that dance. High snap, corralled, and getting out of the end zone is the new tailback. And I told you Tough would get in there. That's Tough Halford on the carry. And that was a tough carry that time for Halford. Gain of 1, second down and 9.
And his fan club is going wild on YouTube. Thank you.
I love that. Second down and 9. Midway point, quarter number 4. Trying to turn the corner here, breaking free. It's a good carry that time by Halford as he made a man miss and then cut it back to the inside and picked up about 4, maybe 5. It'll be 3rd down. We'll call it 4. Patricia Stover says that's fine. 5:40 left of the ball game. Be interesting to see if Mangum does not pick up a first down if Sam Powers decides to punt the football away. 3rd down and about 4. Yeah, it's going to become a moot point because the first down going to be picked up, although a penalty flag falls across the way. I don't know if we got a crackback. Maybe one of those wide receivers came down the line and picked off a defensive back. That will negate a first down carry by Chevy Epperson. They do not stop the clock for this, and that is some good news there. You know, I always talk about the drums here at Apache and the fact that people can park outside the fence and watch the ball game from their vehicles. I love the fact, too, that there's folks on each end zone that have lawn chairs at the back of the end zones. I mean, that's just great. Speaking of great, room here on the near side. Caskey going to pick up the first down and a whole lot more as Clayton will take it all the way across the 40-yard line and mark him down at the 42. You know, they said he stepped out of bounds at the 37, so 5 yards back. But nonetheless, Caskey, big carry from the shadow of the end zone, and it'll keep the clock moving. Mangum, 9th possession of the night. I guess the only mystery is, do they score? And the Cameron Dole experience says, yeah, they're going to. Handoff here on the near side. Big hole. Positive yardage out to the 47, 48-yard line. Caden Carter picking up the first down. Brought to us by 333 Dental. So Carter got a nice block on the edge and picked up the first down. Braden Kaufman in there. Talk about those big bodies that they're able to run in and out. And Kaufman leading the way downfield also on that line, Brance Cooper. So 1st and 10 at the 48. A drive that started at about the 2 for the Tigers. Keep the ball on the ground. Going to come on the near side, Dylan Lee. And Lee going to get spun down back at the 45. Trying to get there to make the block, but unable to do so, Gabe Miranda. So a loss of 3 back to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 13. 3:05 left of the ball game. They may need a big play to get that 9th score of the night. And there's no way that Sam Powers puts the football in the air. Caskey, quarterback. 2nd down and 13. Clayton going to keep it himself. Looks for a block. Gets it. And takes it across the midfield stripe. Down to about the 47-yard line of Apache. And that was not Caskey. Instead, that was Sam Slayton, or Lane Burnham on the carry. Lane Burnham now at the quarterback spot. Burnham in there along with Sam Slayton. So they get some of it back there, plus some, as the ball is at the 48-yard line officially of Apache. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. 2:15 left of the ball game, and Apache wants to take a timeout. 2:16 officially left, 56-0. You and I come back to Apache after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game, and always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
So it has been a week of travel and late hours for me. I can promise you that if you're looking for me tomorrow, you can find me on one of my 2 chairs in my home, watching one of my 2 televisions. Great college football tomorrow. Alabama, Georgia tomorrow night. We look forward to that. 3rd down carry inside the 45, down to about the 44. It's Dylan Lee for Mangum. He'll be shy of a first down. And it'll bring up a 4th down at about, we'll call it 2. Ball at the 44, line to make for a first down, just outside the 42. Be interesting to see how Oklahoma State plays tomorrow at home, opening up Big 12 play. Deep handoff for the first down is plowing straight ahead for the Tigers is Tuff Halford. The freshman will pick up the first down. They move the chains. It's a 3:33 Dental first down. And look at this. Sam going to send in his first team, and what they're going to do here, they're going to take a knee. Going to run out the clock, 56-0. There will not be a 9th score on the night, as Sam will have his starting squad snap the ball a couple of times and take a knee, and this one will be over. So Laughlin checks the play clock. It's down to 5. Remy will snap it at 2, take a knee, and Mangum will have to do that one more time, and this one will be over. So the Tigers will win it 56-0. And more importantly, they'll go 1-0 inside district play, 4-0 on the season. And there's that final snap. And that will do it. So they'll let the final seconds tick off here. And classy move by head coach Sam Powers. You heard him talk about the unique story behind the coaching situation here at Apache. And he doesn't want to do anything to take away from that. 56-0, your final score. Mangum wins it going away tonight on Classic Hits 97.7.
Attention, Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
If you need some welding done or a metal building built, then call Rocky Caskey. Rocky has built metal buildings in southwest Oklahoma for more than 15 years. Carports, patio covers, building large or small, Rocky Caskey does them all. Don't settle for less. Get the best building for your money. Call Rocky Caskey at 580-471-8282. That's 471-8282. Rocky supports high school sports.
Mangum wins it tonight, 56-0, and given this early finish, it'll be one of the earliest times I've gotten home this week, believe it or not, if I get there by 10:30. So I'm happy about that. More importantly, happy about the victory for Mangum, 56-0. They win it going away. And I'm going to put you on the spot. Didn't even ask you to think about it during the break. Who's your player of the game?
Colton Laughlin.
Yeah, I was going to go in the same place.
Yep.
He was almost flawless at the quarterback position tonight, delivering the football, some marvelous passes that were caught. Zeke Rogers made a couple of great catches during the ball game, and then also his decision making on the run pass option. And Colton running for Remy Laughlin. I think maybe I said Colton, but Remy Laughlin, the player of the game, no question about it, tonight for Mangum. So 56-0, the final score. The Mangum Tigers 4-0, 1-0 inside district. They'll be at Southwest Covenant next week, and they will return to the friendly confines of the Liberty Bowl as Moreland will come to town. The Bearcats and the Tigers in 2 weeks at the Liberty Bowl. Then, as Coach told us during the pregame show, the week of fall break, an off week because of the Cordell situation, and then the stretch run, weeks 8, 9, and 10. Weeks 8 and 9 will determine, no doubt, the district championship, as it'll be Texoma Goodwell on the road at Texoma, and then the home game on Halloween night. How perfect is that against Thomas?
Perfect.
I know you join me in congratulating along the way the Hobart Bearcat softball squad and Brian Bingham. They fell short in their regional play at home, but nonetheless, we know a lot of kids over there, and you covered them all season long, so congratulations to them.
Yeah, they had a rough regional.
Yeah,
a rough regional. Kind of, they actually their They came in as the 1 seed and dropped their first matchup, and we're battling on elimination matchups from then on out. Showed some grit and determination and picked up a couple hard-fought victories.
As we talked all night long, congratulations to Jenny Stidham. You heard Coach Powers in the pregame show talking about his pride when it came to the Mangum Lady Tigers softball team. Quirk, nothing that they could do about it, had no control over, and that was the thing that was so frustrating. They did what they were supposed to do. They went to Merritt, they won the ball game, they won by what they thought was the proper amount of runs, but it didn't count, and so they had to go to Dale, and what a juggernaut that place is. My goodness. It just, a school.
Every sport.
Yeah, the school just sits out there on the highway, and they're playing for state championships in baseball, softball, and girls and boys basketball all the stinking time. So congratulations, Coach Stidham. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow. Great young ladies on that ball club, and I tell you what, the Smith kids, we absolutely love them, and we look forward to watching them during the basketball season. Football season, though, we're just in the middle of it right now. Mangum 4-0 on the year, 56-0 tonight. A big victory over Apache on the road. For Cameron Dole, I'm Michael Barnes. Remember, Oklahoma State takes on tomorrow afternoon the Bears of Baylor. 2:30 kickoff from Boone Pickens. Pregame is set for 1 o'clock on the Fox Radio Network on KTJS 102.1 on the FM dial and 1420
There you go.
on the AM dial. For Cameron Dole, I'm Michael Barnes. Be safe. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
You've been listening to Mangum Tiger Football on Classic Hits 97.7 and Mangum Tiger TV. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Tiger Cub Learning Center, Cattleman's Bank, JCMH Mangum Clinic, Granite Drug, 333 Dental, Kendall Law, Greer Funeral Home, Mangum Regional Medical Center, Jill Grauman Remax, Blair Tire and Feed, Sovereign Bank, Great Plains Bank, Greer County Farm Bureau, The Loop, Triad Home Health, In Bloom Flowers and Gifts, Mangum Brick Company, Mangum Tag Agency. Mangum Football on Classic Hits 97.7 and Mangum Tiger TV is a production of the Fox Radio Network, home of the Mangum Tigers.